It's Thursday, February the 13th, 2025. Come with me as I head out to Media Day at the 2025 Canadian International Auto Show in the city of Toronto. So before getting on my way out the door, I have to pack my camera bag for the day, which is my Ulanzi Camera Zip. I love this guy. I'll link it below. Super compact, but also packs a ton of room. And today I'm bringing my Sony a6700 camera with me. I'm leaving the Leica. This is going to be a fast-paced setting with a lot of people running around. The Leica just, unfortunately, is a bit too slow at shooting in these kind of environments. So I'm taking my Sony, and of course, I have to bring my G Master lens 16 to 35 mil. This is going to be excellent, and I do have a circular polarizer installed on this guy to help me out with some of the diffusion from the reflections as well. And of course, AirPods Pro, never leave home without a pair of AirPods, and wallet, press badge, and I'm ready to rock. Now, the drive was a little bit harrowing into the city of Toronto today. We literally got a huge snowstorm just last night, so the roads were a little dicey, but we made it all right in one piece, got checked in and headed in for some breakfast with the rest of the press group. And right at 9, things kicked off with Canadian Black Book, moving into Cadillac, where they're talking about their Celestiq, their Soleil concept, and all the new cars that they've got on display. Moving into Hyundai, announcing their partnership with Sick Kids, which is great. Then moving into some talks from Mercedes-Benz, where they showed off the G-Wagon G-Turn. Unfortunately, there were so many people trying to record this, I got literally no footage of it. Then AJAC announced the Canadian Car of the Year, and surprise, surprise, it was the Honda Civic. Not super exciting, but what do we expect? It's, Canadian Car of the Year, not the most exciting car of the year. I did find it interesting though that in the electric vehicle category, the Lucid Air was a runner-up. Very interesting. Anyways, all the opening stuff out of the way, we headed straight up to the Audi booth where they announced all of their new vehicles in the lineup for 2025, all their new electrified vehicles, all this amazing stuff, really, really cool stuff coming from Audi this year. And of course, they had some classics there, like the RS e-tron GT, right in the front in a beautiful red color, and a blacked out, mean looking R8 GT. The thing looked crazy. Also, hey, bumped into a couple of amazing, cool YouTubers like Andreas. Carl Conrad was also there, but I couldn't quite stop him for a picture. He was with his wife, didn't want to be that guy. Then pop down to the Lego stand. This is always a fan favorite. I love stopping here every year because they always do a different Lego vehicle build based on one of the real vehicles out there. And this year is the McLaren P1. Lego just did the miniaturized set, kind of like the cars I've got in my home office. I don't have the P1 set yet, but I'm considering it. But this one is life-sized and it looks crazy. I cannot believe that this thing is made of Lego. And the real thing, the real P1, looks just as good in this yellow color. After that, the floor basically opened and it was a free-for-all to roam around and look at whatever you wanted to see. Now, I did stop and take photographs and videos of a couple of other cool, interesting vehicles out there from Cadillac and a couple of other vendors, Alfa Romeo, etc. But the thing I love about the auto show the most is seeing the exotic cars, the cars that you're not going to see day to day, the more interesting ones from the likes of, say, McLaren, Lamborghini, Ferrari, those kinds of things. And Grand Touring Automobiles, one of the biggest dealerships in the Toronto area, they always have an amazing booth with Rolls Royces and Lambos and Ferraris. This year was no different. Their booth was busy, as always, even though it's media day and it's a small handful of people here. But yeah, really, really amazing looking vehicles. The Autostrada magazine team, they always put together a really amazing booth. That looked fantastic this year as well. Some really cool pieces in there, which are all privately owned and then showcased for the event. These cars look amazing. A couple of other noteworthy mentions from the show that I really like looking at: the Corvette ZR1, top speed 375K, 1,064 horsepower. It looks super cool with these blue rims on the black paint. The spoiler is ridiculously large, but the car looks really cool. Cadillac has a brand new version of the Escalade, which is all electric this year. That looked really cool. They also brought out some new electric models on the lower end, like the Optic, which looks really cool. Lucid has a new SUV crossover called the Gravity. This thing looks pretty interesting, really nicely done. I think the layout is nice, the technology looks really good, and tons of storage. This is definitely gonna be a Tesla competitor. In my mind, looks better than what Tesla's doing in this range. BMW had a whole floor, the M floor this year, which is really cool. So all of their M series vehicles were all lined up, including their motorcycle lineup, which is really nice to see as well. The lighting was super cool in this room. The vehicles all look good. I'm not a huge Beamer fan myself, but they did a really nice job showcasing all of their vehicles in the lineup. That's definitely worth checking out. Like the new XM, which is a pretty mean looking SUV, if that's something that you're looking for. All right, and that's it. Hopefully I spliced in some of the best videos and photos that I took throughout the day, and you found something interesting in and amongst all that footage. There really is something for everyone at the Canadian International Auto Show. Trust me, there is something for you here because there's just so much to see, so much to do. I didn't even talk about all the test drive tracks, all of the other stuff that you can get into as a visitor at the auto show. There is a ton to do, a ton to see. I highly recommend that you go. I personally have been going to the Canadian International Auto Show for as long as I can remember. My dad used to take my brothers and I, and as long as I've been old enough to go on my own, I've just been doing that and going with my friends. And this year was the first year I was given a press access, media access badge. So honestly, without you guys and your support here on the channel, this wouldn't have happened. So a huge thank you to you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're in the Toronto area over the next week and a half, the Canadian International Auto Show is at the Metro Toronto Convention Center, and I definitely recommend you go and check it out. This isn't sponsored. Again, they did give me the media pass, but not sponsored, not paid. I just went because I loved it, and honestly, being able to go and see it first was super, super exciting. And yeah, I just was so jacked and pumped up for today. I've been waiting for weeks for this day to come. Loved every second of it. Everybody that puts in all the time and effort to make this show happen deserves a huge pat on the back. It's always so well done and always so much fun. Let me know what you guys think, if there's any cool cars that you like the look of, or if there's anything I didn't mention that I should have checked out while I was there. I probably did look at it, I probably just didn't record it, but there is a ton of vehicles on display. So I'm sure I missed something that maybe somebody else would have wanted me to showcase, but let's have a conversation as always down in the comments below, and we'll see you guys again soon in the next video.